They'll start on the ground. It's Derrick Henry. And an early how do you do right there as they're going to bury him in the backfield. It'll go as a loss of a yard on the game's first play. Second down. Play fake. Here's Prescott. Airing this one out for Evans. This is intercepted. And the Bengals are going to get the football here as they force the INT on the game's opening drive.
I really don't think you can fault the decision-making here because your offensive quarterback, they really had a big week last week, and you're ready for them to go again here. Not the anticipated result, of course, but you definitely understand why they did what they did. That quarterback's been hot. You want to keep the ball in his hands and see if he can keep the magic going.
11 MT, hey,
now they go play action now. Burrow. And this is going to be caught, but they'll say out of bounds. So an incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Now it's Burrow. Man open. That's Jamar Chase complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A first down there on a pickup of 25.
It's a game of matchups, and that's why you take your receivers and move them around a bunch, especially your best guys. And when they work out of the slot, you often hear the coaches talk about how great it is because it gives you a two-way go. You can break out or you can break in. That makes it hard to defend.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. Well, this defense for the Buccaneers, they were excellent in that win over the 49ers last week.
Yeah, they gave up 17 points, but that's what you would consider a goal for each and every defense because if you give up 17 points a game all year long, you're thinking you're going to be a playoff team because you expect your offense to score more than that. That's what you're looking for. Room to improve, of course. But
this time for Smith, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Sean Murphy-Bunting. And the Buccaneers are going to take possession of the football. So the first interception thrown for him there, and that really not the best decision either.
Not at all, and that's something he did not do in their victory last week. No interceptions in that game, but this defense, they're able to take advantage of an early mistake. Now let's see if they're going to turn it into points.
Now he's able to break through one tackle, but it slowed him down enough that he could only manage getting back to the line of scrimmage. It's rare that a man his size can at least push forward for a yard, but they stopped him there for nothing.
You're talking about tiny? You're talking about the little guy back
Tiny.
there? That monster. Yeah, you're exactly right. And it takes a group effort to get a guy like that down and not let him find some space. The first guy in, he's got to take one for the team, right? Because he's just waiting there and holding on for everyone else to help him out.
And he's going to have the hook up to Scott. And he'll be brought down inside the 40-yard line. And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. Prescott. Got an open man. It's Scott. He's going to have the first down and then some. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. A first down carry for Henry. Able to fight for about 4 yards there to the 13.
Not a run that you're going to write home about, but still a good first down run. That's what an offense calls staying on schedule. 3 to 4 yards on first down, you're set up very well for the rest of the drive.
Off the play fake, Prescott. And he just chucked that one out of bounds, out of everyone's reach. Maybe a wise call not to take a sack in this part of the field. It brings up third down.
Well, that's good decision-making right there. Understood down and distance. Knew it wasn't third down, and he still had another opportunity to earn the first down. Good job throwing it away and avoiding an interception.
So after the second down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. Out of the gun, here's Prescott. And this is going to be incomplete.
Oh, that's going to hurt a bit because they needed to come through with a completion there. Now a drive that started with great field position is facing 4th down.
Succop's kick is good, and the Bucs take a 3-0 lead. And with that last field goal, that puts him now at 300 made on his career, and that is something to celebrate.
And that puts him in the top 30 all time. So he's really made a mark, and he's got plenty of life left in that leg, that's for sure.
And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. The Bengals drive about to get going. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, only gave up 3 points off of that, so it shouldn't be a difficult hole to overcome.
It really shouldn't, as long as they're not listening to the chatter coming from the other side, because when you throw a pick, look, I know defensive backs, they have a tendency to be a little bit loud after they take one away, but they also have a tendency to gamble a little bit more, thinking they'll get a second one. Maybe they can take advantage of that with some double moves.
On the ground, this is Joe Mixon. And only able to get 2 here. Stopped at the 30.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defensive front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going, and then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
And he's only hit on 2 of his first 6 passes. Time for a quick quarterback regroup here with a big third down coming up.
In need of a conversion on third down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense. Now it's Burrow. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete.
This defense has certainly played well so far in this game, and the coverage has been tight on just about every throw. Forced a few here so far in this game, and now it brings up 4th down.
McPherson's kick is good, and that will tie us at 3-3. So a good snap, good hold, and right down the middle.
Never in doubt. Just the way you used to hit them, partner.
You mean like kicking the ball?
Exactly.
Well, that was in high school.
Doesn't matter. I don't care what level. You hit them, they go through.
Field goals, all we've had so far. 3-3 now as the kick is away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. They are back over the 500 mark for the year. A 3-game winning streak really coming at the exact right time, Charles, to get them back into playoff contention.
And it's always a question of when do you want your football team to peak? And everyone always talks about you want to be playing your best ball going into the playoffs, but sometimes you need your best ball before that time. And this team, going into this stretch of games, they're certainly playing their best football of the year. A first down throw for Prescott.
this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's second down.
The Buccaneers sit 7-6, a game over 500 on the year. And they coming on a pretty good roll here, winners of 3 straight.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Prescott off play action. And he'll be taken down by the Bengal pressure. That winds up pushing him back 11 yards on the sack. And that'll bring up 3rd.
Now that was a passer's nightmare. The front door totally shut down by the defense, so he kept going backwards, hoping to find another avenue of escape. It didn't exist.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
They're bringing a lot of pressure here already in the first quarter. Already sacked him once. Now they get in there and knock another one away. You think maybe that Tucker rule being gone makes defenses a lot bolder?
Yes, indeed. That time, lucky that the arm was going forward. Incomplete pass.
The Bengals take over 1st and 10 at their own 21-yard line.
The Bengals drive about to get going. And after the field goal last time, we'll see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I've never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them wanted to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it. Way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you've met fan bases that wanted that. They weren't happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants to drive to end with a kick, other than the extra point. That's it.
And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped.
All told, it's an even 30 and a first down.
And he'll spot Higgins open left side.
And he's going to be brought down on what will be the final play of this first quarter. 3-3, a tight one after one on EA Sports.
Here we go.
Burrow on play action.
They're looking for Higgins, but it is intercepted. Picked off by Trayvon Diggs. And the Bucs will take over here at their own 12-yard line.
You don't see this often. A quarterback of his caliber, 2 first-half interceptions.
It's absolutely surprising because it happens so rarely. You're searching for what reason, what's going on out there. It's not just maybe the defense is playing well. Is his horoscope off? His biorhythms? What is it?
You went horoscope on us, David.
Well, I was thinking maybe REM sleep was off. I'm trying to come up with something.
Anything, right? On second down, here's Henry. And he'll take this up only to about his 18-yard line. Just a gain of a yard there, and now it'll be 3rd down. The completion on first didn't get much, and now the run on second doesn't get a whole lot either.
Well, if you're a good play caller, you've already looked ahead and anticipated this type of situation. Already down in his play sheet, trying to dial up a big 3rd down play.
Go, Here we go, 47. Here we go, 47.
Prescott now. And tight coverage.
coverage there. It's knocked away, incomplete. So it doesn't look like they're going to be able to build off the turnover.
Well, the defense certainly did its part to get them the football, but you're exactly right. It looks like they're going to have to punt this one away, and it's not a turnover, but doesn't it feel like one after grabbing the momentum with the defensive play?
Yeah, and they had all that momentum after getting the football, and now zapped right back in the other direction. A nice job on the return there, 16 yards. And the Bengals take over 1st and 10.
Here we go.
The Bengals drive about to get going. As the offense comes out here, Charles, remember they threw the interception last time out, but they were moving the football down the field. Looked like they were going to have a... Oh, it's out. Smith lost it. And it's picked up by the Buccaneers. And they will finally stop him, but a great return gets that football all the way down to the 16-yard line. Always costly to cough up that football. These defenders, they become so adept, though, at jarring it free.
Yeah, it's amazing that there aren't more fumbles caused, because now, if you're an offensive player, you go through ball security drills every single day. It's really not out of line to think you should take the ball to bed with you.
And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. That one will set him back nearly 10 yards here on 1st down on the sack.
Oh, that's a tough one for a quarterback, because on a bootleg, you turn your back to the defense naturally and you lose sight of the defenders for just a split second, and then surprise, in this case, someone's right in his grill.
Another try after the 1st down sack. Prescott. And this complete to Henry over the middle. And he's going to be marked down just outside the 10.
And they'll use him out of the backfield, and sometimes quite a bit. They're just trying to get him touches any way they can. 4 catches a week ago. There's another one right there.
They had great starting position to begin the drive, but now they look up at a 3rd and 5. Off the option, here's Henry. No gain there on the play, and that's going to leave him with a 4th down. And he got off the end there very quickly to make that play.
Yeah, it was almost like the bullet train, wasn't it? I mean, just zoom, quick, 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 and what a terrific play, holding them to no gain.
So golden field position there in squander as they can muster only a field goal.
Yeah, you were gifted a first-and-goal situation, but I have to give credit to the defense. They were brought out in a really tough situation, so give them credit for holding them to 3. That's a pretty nice accomplishment.
The Bengals drive about to get going. Now they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, you had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. Open man is Higgins. And he's going to get a good gain of 9 here up to the 34.
Well, if you do read man coverage, Brandon, the drag route's a pretty good one to run against it because you're running away from people.
11.
They give to Mixon to try to pick it up. And he's got a Bengals 1st down as he's got this up to the 45-yard line.
11.
Burrow going to fake to Mixon and now look to throw. Oh, the Buccaneer pressure too much. Down he goes. Von Miller, he's the culprit, and that is now his 13th sack of the season as his great year continues. And the job becomes twice as difficult now. After the sack, it's 2nd and 20.
11 coming. 11 minus.
Here's Burrow. Going up top. That's caught inside the 20. And all the way in for a Cincinnati score. If there was one knock on Joe Burrow coming out of LSU, it was arm strength, but kind of put those doubts to rest right there. Extra point by McPherson, up and good, and that will make this a 4-point game.
Buccaneers 6.
After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. Scott on the return out of the end zone.
Oh, a good-looking return set up here.
And he'll weave all the way up to just a few yards shy of midfield. A great return.
The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
Evans comes in motion right. After the sack on first down, Prescott, and he's going to go down again.
Brought down by multiple defenders, and it's a loss of 12.
Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. And a nickel look here for the Bengals as they try to defend this on third. Now Prescott. Airing this one out for Evans. He's got a man complete. A big play there just before halftime. 57 yards. And now the Bengals are going to call another timeout as the clock will stop with 34 seconds to go before halftime. First down, Prescott. Touchdown! Mike Evans. Touchdown number 15 of the year.
And the Buccaneers will take the lead here in the final minute of the first half.
Extra point up and good by Succop. And that gives them a 3-point lead. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Bengals drive about to get going. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll...
And now ball going to be intercepted yet again.
And it's a pick six. He brings it back to the house for a Buccaneer TD. Extra point try now for Succop. And his guys will take a 10-point lead. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. A little over 20 seconds remaining in the half as they'll line up here 1st and 10.
After the pick six, here's Burrow again. And that one's going to be off target and incomplete.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Here's Burrow setting up to throw it. And the timing a bit off that time as that one falls to the ground.
They have to like what they've done defensively here at the outset of this drive. They forced a couple of incomplete passes, bring up a 3rd and 10. Don't be surprised to bring a little pressure on this snap.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10.
Got a man. It's Chase. He completes it.
And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds.
Burrow to his old LSU teammate Chase for a Bengal first.
Yeah, these are the types of plays they're going to need to hit on if they're going to get back into this game. It hasn't been the greatest of first halves.
Here we go.
But this is a nice throw here on 3rd down, and they keep the drive going.
They go play action with Burrow. He's going to launch this thing way downfield. And that is incomplete.
Early on, the running game's been working well, and the offensive line has been pleased by that. The thought process there, catch those safeties creeping up, trying to help against the running game. They tried to hit them over the top, unsuccessfully.
They work again from the 38 on 2nd and 10. Final play of the half for Burrow and company. Dancing to his left. Now he'll turn and throw deep back to the other side of the field. And it's knocked away and incomplete. So we reach halftime here in a 10-point game. As we send you a stone's throw away across I-4 to Orlando. There standing by is Jonathan Coachman, ready with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach? Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. The Bengals with work to do in this 3rd quarter, but they'll get the football first as we are back underway. The Bengals drive about to get going.
This offense, Charles, had a strong first half throwing the football, at least in terms of yardage, but that hasn't translated so far on the scoreboard as they begin the 3rd quarter here, trailing and looking for a little momentum.
Yeah, you're right about that because...
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Cordray Tankersley with a pick. And it's a pick 6. He brings it back to the house for a Buccaneer TD.
Well, Charles, just some visibly frustrated players and coaches on that sideline right now because those halftime adjustments didn't work. The turnover problems continuing here in the 2nd half, and the defense now sitting pretty comfortably as a result of that pick 6.
I think that's a great observation, too, Brandon, because they did make adjustments at halftime. But how about this other group staying a step ahead despite whatever happened in that other locker room? No surprise they're leading, and it's appropriate that those defenders got to add to the lead directly.
And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
Here we go.
The Bengals drive about to get going.
I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
2nd and 6, just inside the 30. Play action. It's Burrow. And down he goes, a Buccaneer sack. He couldn't get away. He'll wind up losing a dozen yards, a 12-yard loss, and it brings up 3rd. So that'll leave Burrow and the Bengals with a 3rd and long after that sack we just saw. And pressure coming, and they got him once again.
Von Miller picks up his second sack of the afternoon.
I think we've seen this before. If someone's down 3 scores, that situation there, it's just going to add to their growing frustrations, don't you think?
Yeah, a bad number 3 right now. 3-score game, third quarter, 3 and out, not what they wanted. And you can tell on the sideline, those faces are getting a little bit longer as this one goes. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. As the offense begins another drive here, pretty simple, Charles. They want to carbon copy what happened the last time out when they ended their drive in the end zone.
You're right about that, partner. Sounds pretty simple, doesn't it? Just score again, but we know it's not that simple because we don't just make adjustments at halftime if you're a good football team. You spend that time on the sideline, you study what's on the notes and the tablets, and you make those adjustments to prevent a repeat of the last drive. Series to series, the best teams, that's how they get it done.
And we'll find out here soon enough whether those adjustments are enough defensively. Give him 6 yards on the carry. It's going to be 3rd and 3 now.
It's not a huge breakaway run, but if your starting running back finishes the game with averages of 5 or 6 yards per touch, you'll take that every single time.
Play action now. Prescott.
That's caught by Gabriel Davis. And he is going to have the Buccaneers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
I'll tell you what, a lot of those mid-range throws have been available because sometimes teams get too concerned about the deep ball and they leave too much space in front of them. And these guys have been taking advantage so far.
On 1st and 10, Prescott. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Evans.
And he's going to be taken down at about the 33.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Prescott. Oh, he's thinking end zone for Evans. And he's got it. Caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. Mike Evans with career touchdown number 91. He joins a group that includes Tony Dorsett and Isaac Bruce, among others, as his guys are able to push that lead out a bit further. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. The Bengals drive about to get going.
Well, this has been a tough one for them, Charles. They've struggled really on both sides of the football. And one thing that's really plagued them, the turnovers. They've had issues keeping the football in their possession.
In every game that's ever been played, all coaches talk about taking care of the football and limiting turnovers. And in this one, after we saw that first turnover, we worried that things would snowball, and it certainly did, especially on the scoreboard.
And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. A Bengal first down on the 16-yard pickup there. And they go play action now. Burrow. And now here's another interception. And the Buccaneers are going to take possession of the football. I think you and I were a little surprised back earlier in the game when he threw his 2nd interception. I mean, who would have thought a quarterback of his caliber picked now 5 times?
It's beyond stunning to me because we're used to that with maybe a quarterback with less experience or less talent. But a quarterback of his caliber, I can't believe what we've just seen.
Absolutely. If you would have told me this coming into the ballgame, I would have said never, not in a million years. But here we go.
That's tremendous field position that they were given following the turnover, but they've still got work to do to get to field goal range, and the coverage we're seeing isn't going to make it easy.
Off the option, here's Henry.
And he'll be brought down at about the 42. They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves him with 3rd and 9 looming. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
And they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
On 3rd down, it's Prescott.
Open man here is Scott, complete. He's going to have the first down and more than that. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. How about 25 yards on third down? They'll take it. So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material. Inside handoff, Henry. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5. Throwing, Prescott. This will be caught at about the 6. And the Bucs are going to be set up with a 1st and goal coming up as they get him down at the 6-yard line. And a good quarterback facing zone coverage. If he has just a little bit of time to survey the scene, that's what's going to happen.
No doubt about it. If there's no pressure, he's going to continue to pick them apart because he'll have all that time to find someone open downfield. You can only cover for so long. So maybe they want to go to a zone blitz scheme, get a little bit more pressure. Remember when Carolina did that against Denver? They lost the game ultimately.
And he hauls it in for the Buccaneer touchdown. 3 touchdown passes now for Dak Prescott. And the Buccaneers get another third-quarter touchdown to add on to that lead. Extra point put through by Succop. And the lead grows even larger here in the third quarter. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. The Bengals drive about to get going. Well, we haven't exactly been treated to a nail-biter in this one, CD, and if they cannot score here, this one's pretty much all but over.
Are you saying that you feel like people are starting to think about getting out of here, maybe beating the traffic in order to get home or to their final destination?
Yeah, I don't think there's a whole lot of reason to hang around, especially if they can't score here.
Yeah, you're right about that because it has been pretty clear who the better team has been in this one. And in a league that we talk about every game being a one-score game as we go into it, watching this blowout.
The offense on third down today, they've hit 2 for 4 thus far. They're looking at third in the nose of the football. Burrow will throw. And he's got his tight end, that's Smith. And he'll be out of bounds up near the 45 at the 44. 9 yards on the play and a first down. Off the play fake, here's Burrow. This is caught by Hilton. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10.
11 Tommy.
Now it's Burrow. And my goodness, another interception. And the Bucs are going to get it back here just shy of the 20. And they've got the huge lead. Now they have another interception on the defensive side. Seems like everything they touch in this one, Charles, turns to gold.
And they have to be awfully happy right there to get what appears to be one more for the road. It helps seal away one of their best efforts of the game.
And he's going to go down. Back at his own 5-yard line, it's a sack. Taken down for the 5th time this game. Multiple defenders there to get him.
This is a little hard for me to compute because I'm watching sack after sack happen, but somehow they're still behind in the game. I would expect all of this defensive pressure to translate to them taking a lead, and thus far, it hasn't happened. Time's winding down. They don't want to waste this type of performance from these ace pass rushers.
Give him 6 on the run. It'll be third down now with still a long way to go to get to the first down marker.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
Third and long
on for Prescott.
Now he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Daxton Hill picks it off. And they'll take possession already in the red zone and in a great spot to add points to the scoreboard.
And Brady, how many times have we seen a defense with a lot of field behind them get even more aggressive, right? They feel like they've got them not pinned down, but in a favorable spot for them. And they took advantage of it there. Got a nice interception and set up their offense in great shape.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. They're passing here, Joe Burrow.
And that throw behind his man, he missed him, incomplete.
They lead big, and a major part of that has been how they've taken their play to a whole new level this second half. No points allowed since the break, and you can add another incompletion to the total number that they forced in this runaway contest.
Now Burrow.
Oh, had his hands on it, couldn't bring it in. Pretty symptomatic of how this game's been going.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
Here we go, here we go.
Here we go. It's Burrow on 4th down. Touchdown, Bengals.
Jamar Chase.
His 2nd touchdown of the game and his 9th on the year.
And the Bengals get a small measure of revenge as they cut into this 4th quarter deficit. Extra point by McPherson, up and good.
And the lead is down to 24.
Bengals 17.
So still lots of work left to do, but here comes the onside kick. And they've got it. They recovered it. But hang on now, though. There's a penalty flag down.
Well, CD, you understand. I mean, they're so eager trying to get back in this game here in the 4th quarter, but they touched that one a little too early before it went 10 yards.
Brandon, in such a high-stakes scenario, everyone's feeling the pressure on this play. The special teams coordinator, which one is he going to pick in terms of kicks? Can the kicker execute it? Can the team wait for 10 yards? So many variables, and in this case, they didn't get it done.
Forced out to his left. He finds his target. It's Evans. Yeah, he will go out right near the 35-yard line. That's good for a Buccaneer first, a pickup of 12 yards.
Partner, I know we're still in the afternoon slate here, some primetime games still on the docket, but it's going to be tough to top this effort. What an offensive performance we have seen. They have been unstoppable from the moment we began this game, and they're not holding back. They're still throwing the football here in the 4th.
They certainly are, and let me tell you something. If you're old school, you don't like this at all, but in today's football, you just go ahead and savor it. Watch a team execute at a high level. Doesn't matter what the scoreboard says.
Prescott off play action.
Open man left side. It's the tight end, Tunyon. And he'll be taken down at about the 22-yard line.
Prescott looks to throw on first. This is caught. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. That puts him in excellent position, 1st and goal after a gain of 19.
Henry will get down close to the goal line, but not in, as he'll be marked down at the 1.
He'll get 2 out of that run, and it's going to bring up a 2nd and goal. 2nd and goal from the 1. Now they bring a receiver in motion right.
Henry again. And I don't think he got in. He did not. They mark him short of the goal line. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it.
His path became similar to almost running a stretch play, didn't it? Trying to find a crease, anywhere to put his foot in the ground and cut back. It just never materialized.
Fighting for the end zone. He lost the football. It's out. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Well, give some credit to the defense. They forced the big play, knocked the ball free from him, but it's a cardinal sin by the quarterback. Know where you are on the field, and he just gave up at a minimum 3 points.
Instead of getting down, takes the contact. The turnover ensues. To Mixon on the check down. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on second down.
On one, ready?
Now Burrow. It's caught. Smith. 60 catches for him now on the year. This last one, a first down.
11-90.
Burrow looking to pass. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
That's coverage you'd expect to see in a tie game late. Not in a lopsided game like this. They are not letting up.
11-11. Stop.
Burrow going to fake to Mixon and now look to throw. That one complete down the field to Smith. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Throwing again, it's Burrow. And he'll spot Higgins open left side. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
11-90.
To throw again on second down. Burrow. And that one complete once again to Higgins. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down.
11 MT. 11. 12. Gotta go.
Here's Burrow setting up to throw it. There goes a deep ball, end zone. And that is caught. He's got it for a Bengal touchdown. Jamar Chase, 46 yards. And the Bengals are able to cut into that deficit.
11 MT. 11 MT.
Burrow's going to look to throw for it. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked up by Sean Murphy-Bunting.
It's interesting that when it comes to 2-point conversions, even heavy run teams tend to throw the ball in these situations. In this case, this one was intercepted.
And they weren't fooled. They were ready for the pass, picked it off. And they've got it. They recovered it. But hang on now, though. There's a penalty flag down. Yeah, we saw that one up here, CD. Offensive team, they touched that before it went 10 yards.
Obviously such a fine line, letting it go the required 10 yards, but also getting to it before the hands team can. Just didn't time it out right, and that results in a flag.
Henry up the middle. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in the fourth. Prescott here to throw. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Now a second timeout called for by the defense, as the clock will stop with 45 seconds left to go in the game. Well, collectively as a defense, Charles, I think if you get 4 sacks a game, you're feeling really good. Now they have 6 as a unit.
And that type of a number is just staggering because there's so many ways to try and counteract it. But in this case, they've got no answers for this unrelenting pressure coming at their quarterback.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Flush to his right.
And that is incomplete.
How about some applause for the defense there? They forced him to throw that one into coverage, and just like that, they're staring at a 4th down. Well done.
Here comes the Buccaneers punter now. As the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And a good result there, as that'll get out of bounds and pin them back at their 10-yard line. So well done there. And these punters, they get more specialized and better each and every year, don't they?
They sure do. And now it's really not the American punters. It's the Australian punters with their kicking academies and that flat drop and just kind of kicking the nose of the football. They're able to almost stop it where they want to, like a good golfer can check one up.
Open man downfield is Hilton.
And he is out of bounds right around the 34. 25 yards that time.
Well, I can put my defensive cap on right now, and I know they're saying don't give up any big plays now. They've controlled this game throughout, and all they want to do is see it through to the end. I think they let their guard down a little bit with that last completion. Sometimes when you're trying not to give up bigger plays, you don't react as fast as you should on other throws.
Looking for more there on 1st down, but this throw downfield, incomplete.
Partner, they've been aggressive, airing it out all game long, and no better evidence than those last 2 snaps. They weren't going to beat this coverage, though, 2 plays in a row, and that one falls incomplete.
Catch is made here by Irv Smith Jr. Now the Bengals going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout as they get it with 16 seconds remaining on the clock.
Here we go.
And they go play action now. Burrow. Oh, the Buccaneer pressure too much. Down he goes.
Here we go.
Von Miller. Who else? He's in there for his 4th sack of the afternoon.
Guys with his talent in the pocket aren't supposed to be getting hit like this, and you know an intense conversation with the offensive line is going to occur after this one. Might not be from him, but the offensive line coach will have plenty to say about this game.
They'll send a receiver in motion to the left. A final shot now for Burrow. He's going to let it fly. And now here's another interception. And the Buccaneers come up with a late turnover, but it will probably only matter to the statisticians as this ball game is now officially over.
Charles,